Hey YouTube, if you're watching this, skip forward a minute. Alright, let's get started. Jeez, poor guy.
If you must weep, then weep. I shall be here for you. Well, it would be ridiculous to not feel anything after something like that. Go on and let it out. I am here.
Wow, melancholy music's gonna last the entire episode, isn't it? Biggest of F's.
Professor.
Hello. Someone who likes fashion. No idea. Takes care of their long hair. Also no idea.
It is a shame what happened to Gerald. I am sorry. There are no words. Leave some flowers on his grave for me.
That's a good idea.
That is... Hello there.
Hey, you.
Captain Gerald's gone. He's gone. And we'd only just reunited. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure this is even harder on you. But I just can't. I can't believe.
Big words coming out of someone who just had their B support.
Someone.
Not good at magic. I mean, that could be a lot of people. Actually. Hey, who's got the lowest magic stat? Leone... Cyril, maybe? Wait, Cyril can't read. Can he?
Hello there.
Hi there.
It is I am. Leave some flowers. That is not. Hello there.
You'll find out soon.
Captain Gerald, I'm sorry. Someone.
I'm so sorry. I never quite know what to say at times like these. Just
That's good enough.
don't push yourself too hard too soon. It's okay to allow yourself to be sad right now. Losing someone dear to you. Well, each loss is unique, but it's a feeling I know very well. That said, Professor,
Yes? You know what? Fair enough.
No. No. No.
Oh no.
Professor, thank you for all you have done for us. Nothing to report today.
Thanks, Gatekeeper. Thanks, Gatekeeper. Oh, we're in market and things are happy again.
Hello there. This one, yes? I think. This one, yes? I think 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 this one, yes?
Something like that.
I think.
For reasons. Not really need to
Return soon,
guess.
please.
Welcome.
Do I have any bullion to throw away? No.
Please come again.
Oh, I know who's getting the energy drop. Hey, how's it going, Ramosa? Energy drop is going to the person who doubles the most often. And that's going to... I don't know. You have hit troubles every once in a while, so sure, you can have it. We don't have
Welcome.
anything new.
This one?
How many of these do I have?
Please come again.
Actually, I don't think I need many more. I have enough.
Welcome. This one? Thank you. Please come again.
Hey there.
How much did that cost? Almost
Is this
nothing.
it?
Do it.
There you go. Come back anytime.
Hello.
Moving. Ah, just seeds. What is Byleth's reason skill right now? High enough that I definitely want to keep training it. Who can do that again? Hanneman and Sedeth? Question mark?
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book?
Oh, that's the marriage ring. How's it going, NPC? How's it going, stream?
That ring. I have seen it before. Ah, I know. Gerald showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall?
Yeah,
He said
Mom's.
he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
Right. I have something rather uncomfortable to discuss. It's about the weapon that killed Gerald. Will you listen? It was a dagger, but I know enough to know it wasn't an ordinary dagger. It wasn't made of iron or steel because, well, because whatever it was, the wound it left wasn't normal. Who could make a blade like that, do you figure?
That's a good and valid question.
Wherever did...
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Why do you still have a...
I wonder...
Okay.
You've lost someone very dear to you. I'm so... You have my sympathy. Manuela and I can take on some of your workload this month. We can't do all the teaching, but at least we can lighten the load for you. I've always seen strength in your eyes. I know you'll recover. You're a very strong person. I'm not...
Excuse me. Professor, how are you holding up? I know how heavily grief weighs upon one's heart. I lost my mother some time ago, It was...
Forgive me my moment of weakness. Even all these years later, I cannot recall that time without feeling the pain as if it were brand new. Just know that I am praying for your mind and your heart to find peace.
That kind of hit me out of nowhere. Does a lot of paperwork. Faculty.
First Tomas, and now Monica. I do have a theory, though I admit it is nothing more than speculation. Both
All right, let's hear
Tomas
it.
and Monica have each gone missing at one time or another. It was reported that when Monica returned from her disappearance, she began to act like a completely different person.
Oh, so they're sus.
As if, perhaps, the real Monica had been killed and replaced by an imposter. Thinking of it like that, it is possible that this Solon had been impersonating Tomas for some time. How they managed such a convincing change of appearance, though, I still do not understand. I'm sorry to... Yes.
I found it 10 feet away.
First Tomas, both it was as if thinking of how they managed.
No. I thought he was. Or is he already in the roster? No, he ain't there.
Professor, you have lost your father. Now more than ever, do I understand how very lucky I am that you were able to save me. Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done. Thank you. If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
I've never been much for condolences.
Yeah, okay, bye. I don't really like you either.
Well...
Nothing.
Professor, I'm scared. I feel that I don't understand the world. How could something like that happen to Gerald? He was so strong. You're inspiring, Professor. I'll do my best. Someone... Some...
Hey. I don't know, what do you want to hear? That one. Marianne. I don't know why I blanked on her name.
Excuse me.
Not just Tomas, but Monica, too. We can't be sure who to trust anymore, can we? Who are these people, really? What do they want?
Bad people.
Professor, oh goddess, hear my prayer. Please receive this beloved person. When the cold rain washes the body, when the bird and wolf announce the dawn, receive them into your blue blood. Receive them into a twinkling star. That's a morning scripture from the Church of Saros. Lady Rhea taught it to me. I pray that Geralt is happy in the next world.
Good going, kid.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yo, welcome to the stream.
This one?
Considered I want this.
You're all set. See you again soon.
Here, nope.
I've sung lyrics lamenting death many times on stage, but when something like this happens in real life, I'm lost. I don't know what to say, but I do know this much. Sir Gerald must have been very proud to have you as his child.
Good enough, darling. Good enough.
How did you know I...
Ah.
Professor, I'm sure you will pull through this because you're so strong, Professor. Best to stay calm during such tumultuous and upsetting times. We don't know the nature of our enemies. If we underestimate them, anything could happen. I agree they must be defeated, but I also feel we must approach this with prudence.
You know, you're right.
What?
I haven't lost a parent yet, so I can't even begin to understand how you must be feeling. But even while you're standing still, the world keeps on moving. I always find that oddly comforting.
Dear Goddess, I'll say a prayer for Gerald's soul. There's not much else I can do. Yeah.
Obviously.
Professor, it seems like you're holding up okay, but I'm worried about Leonie. She really loved Gerald. I hope she can bounce back.
Yeah, so, I'd actually watched someone do an entire playthrough of this game long before this, like, a couple of years ago. I knew Geralt was gonna die, and it still hit hard. Basically what I'm saying is, damn, writers, y'all do good. Oh, that would be Hilda.
Goddess. Professor, she really...
Never. No, not that.
Oh, you...
That would be Marianne.
Professor, she... I'll say if there's not... What's this?
Really? I don't know.
Hey! Professor?
That would be either Dora or Manuela. Yeah, her B support with Byleth hit right the day after he died, and I wanted to punch her in the face.
Dark expressions don't suit you, Professor. But well, I'm glad to see you out in the world again. It seems this month will be a quiet one around here. There aren't many knights around to liven things up.
Most of the knights are gone, seeking out the enemy.
Isn't that a bit much? I agree it's important, but is it a good idea to neglect the safety of the monastery?
What do you think, Professor?
Hopefully the knights finish their business and hurry back. I wouldn't mind having a few extra lances around.
Sylvain, half my team is lances. Okay, that's a lie. Half my team is mages, but the half that isn't mages is lances.
It seems this month will be a quiet one around here. There aren't many knights around to liven things up. Isn't that a bit...
I know.
Professor? Do you think we'll still be able to graduate?
Why wouldn't ya?
Dangerous things keep happening around here? Who even knows? I hope that all the students and professors will be there to celebrate at the graduation ceremony.
Blue Alliance Maddening Classic.
Maybe. When I heard that Monica was with the enemy, I was surprised by how unsurprised I was.
You know, mood.
Something was just off about her. It's hard to explain. That said, whenever she had free time, she was always hanging around with Edelgard. I wonder if Edelgard is also... Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm just being paranoid.
You're not being
Please ignore
paranoid.
me.
You're right. Spoiler alert, by the way. Wait, Anna's over here? Are you okay?
Hey.
Ingrid? Question mark? That's 2 on someone who enjoys wood carving.
I heard Gerald passed away. My deepest condolences. I knew him long before I ever even met you. He was always so much fun to be around. It's such a loss.
Abyss? Oh, you mean the one up here?
Blast. Those Abyssian idiots. All they ever do is cause trouble. We'd best purge the entire underbelly of Garreg Mach.
I do. Few people that could be.
I trained with Gerald just the other day. Why? Why did he have to go and die? It's too awful. He didn't deserve it.
Oh yeah, that would do it. Haven't done that yet.
Do you have time for a request?
Okay.
Ignatz. There are a few people that could be. Let's start with Felix.
It seems this month will be a... Isn't that a... It seems... Isn't that a...
I know nothing of...
Nope.
I've sung, but Sir Gerald. I'm sorry, but
Oh, that's not your... Okay, it has to be Manuela's. Like, those are the only two options. Actually, it could also be Rhea.
Right.
I won.
No, that...
Excuse me. Professor, I know, forgive me. Just know that this is known.
No idea, then. Pegasus Horseshoe's almost definitely Ingrid. Logbook might be Leonie.
Captain Gerald, I'm sorry.
Down there.
Someone lost. Someone.
I'm just losing some. That said. Yes, that's mine.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Lens cloth is Ignatz. Where is he? Right.
Professor, I'm scared. Someone lost them.
Alright, who else wears glasses? Oh, animate.
We can't do... I've always... You're a very...
Yeah, there we go. Okay, training logbooks has gotta be one of these people.
I'm not even close to... I mean, Gerald was... That's enough. I can't dwell on the past. There's no way to know what my future holds, but I do know one thing. Whatever happens, I have to make my own way in this world. I have to keep pushing so I can grow even stronger. What's this? What's this? What's this?
What's this? What's this? What's this?
I like know
What's
nothing
this?
about you, so I'm
What's
just gonna
this?
try all of this.
You gotta keep yourself active during tough times, Professor. Even if it seems impossible. That's how I got through it when I lost my parents. If you need help with anything, just come and see me. Eating and training are my specialties.
Some things never change. Purest bean remains purest bean.
That is... That is...
I don't know. Hey, these yours?
That's enough. Whatever happens. What's this?
That would be Felix or Dimitri.
Professor, welcome back. We all were... You've been on our minds. Know that your enemies are my enemies. I will do all I can to help you find justice. There is no one else I can... My strength is yours alone. I will fight as you command. I will kill anyone, should you ask it of me.
Damn, son.
Lost Oh, thank you.
Ah!
Professor?
Hi there, main antagonist.
What
How you
happened to
doing?
Gerald? It's terrible. If there's anything I can do, simply ask. Even if what you desire is revenge, I'll gladly lend you my power. We can't let them get away with this.
Professor, please lend us your ears. Ferdinand is saying impossible things.
I do not see what is impossible about it. All I said was that if you want to go back to Brigid, you probably can. You are the Empire's guest, so to speak. They cannot afford for something bad to happen to you. There would be a diplomatic incident. Someone close to us has turned up dead. So one could argue that you are not safe here anymore.
I am not returning to home until I have grabbed my goal. I will not be listening to the words of Ferdinand.
No, look, I did not mean to pressure you. Apologies for the misunderstanding. How could you... How...
Nope.
Professor, please let...
You are someone...
I am not...
No, look.
This is...
Professor?
I'm so glad you're okay, Professor. I was so worried.
Oh, Professor, you must be starving. Mercy and I made some sweets for you. We were thinking that if you were to eat something sweet, it might help you feel better.
Baking sweets is my specialty. I'm sure they'll do the trick. Did you find... Did you...
No, you're fine at magic.
Did you find... Did you find... I'm so...
Oh, we were thinking...
Oh...
Oh!
A lost...
Right, you do sort of sing sometimes.
Hello? 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 Hello?
I had the honor of sharing a drink with Gerald. He was pretty tactless, honestly. He could be blunt at times.
Yeah, that's him.
But he always looked like such a proud, happy father whenever he spoke of you.
Yeah, that's him.
Hi. Professor? I brought some flowers for Gerald.
Wow. She's out of her room.
It's the least I can do. Sometimes I feel like all I do is run away. Anyway, I'll go lay them out. Um,
I slipped quietly into the vault and rummaged about, looking for anything we might find useful. There is a group of people who want to kill us, after all. What? This is no time for asking permission. I learned long ago that one can ask permission or forgiveness. It is rarely useful to request the former.
You know, he's right.
Still, it appears the knights have already taken everything useful. There were crest-related objects I thought might be worth studying, so... There you go again with that stern look. Of course I'll put them back when I'm done, assuming they bear no additional use. That's not...
Well, how do I put flowers down? Okay, I guess I don't. I think that's about everyone. Anyway, we have some of these to do. Sure, let's see if we can do this. That's still not looking all that good. Come on, crits or crest bugs.
You fought well.
That did not go very well. Oh, that's gonna go much better.
That is that.
And that's going to go horribly. Yep, That's still a nope. It might forever be a nope at this rate. Alright, Leonie, can you do any better? That's a yes!
I call that a win.
Nothing personal, Bernie.
How do you like that?
Nothing personal either.
Nice try. Another one down.
Wow, this one actually doubles for 2.
How do you like that?
Oh, hi, Claude.
Another one down.
Fantastic. Mm. 5 action points. I might just keep doing that. Let's at least look at today's special. Wow, that's a lot of high motivation. Alright, we ain't need any of this. We do need some of this. We'll do speed.
I enjoy baking sweets, but I'm not sure how I'll do cooking other types of food. I see. Cooking is much more exciting than studying or training.
I might just keep doing that tournament, because that was 300 XP.
I'll celebrate later.
Okay, good. I can't skip the formalities.
I'll celebrate later. I call that a win. I call that a win. That takes care of that.
Professor.
I call that a win. That takes care of that. How do you like that? I'll celebrate later. How do you like that?
Actually pretty good money, too.
Professor.
How do you like that? I call that a win. That takes care of that. How do you like that? I'll celebrate later.
Professor.
I'll celebrate later. How do you like that? How do you like that? I call that a win. I'll celebrate later.
Alright, now that we've kicked Claude's ass several times,
Professor.
Yeah, that really is everything. Fastest explorer we've had in a while. That was less than an hour. I think I set everything up there. So close to A.
Oh. Thanks. This will be...
Dang. So some of y'all are actually at 3 out of 4 instead of 4 out of 4.
I can do better.
You train reason on your own just fine. So let's push your faith.
Don't. Aha!
Alright, nice. You're gonna need some of this if I want you to go Bow Knight, and I want her to go Bow Knight. You're gonna need some of that if I want you to go Falco Knight. Yeah. Little bit of sorting. That went well.
Got a sec?
Okay. The right answer is either 1 or 2. The answer she wants to hear is 3.
Is that so?
Professor.
Oh! I was wrong! Also, sure, do what you want.
Let's do this right.
I'm glad for your help. Happy now?
It's all coming together.
Okay, see, in theory that would be amazing, but in practice, that requires his battalion to take damage, which requires him to take damage. So there's, like, a bit of a problem there. Because Dimitri doesn't take damage.
How long will this take?
Age is but a number.
I mean, yeah.
Who knew I'd have an opportunity to show off my singing voice?
You sing?
Regardless of the quality, this is a good chance for us to prove our solidarity.
I get it.
Oh, God. Let's just go with the flowers. Sad Byleth is still sad. And, like, understandable, though. Alright, as I recall... like, the only one that does... okay, well, Byleth also needs to promote. But can't yet. Because is not good enough. But I think he's gonna get promoted anyway at the end of the month. If I remember correctly. Ingrid skipping straight to Master. Dora is Dancer and needs nothing else ever. Mysethia has absolutely zero problems. Yeah, we had a 67 that failed the first time. Take two. Hey.
Hold that hard.
Got you bow fair. Which will help tremendously. Because, your damage was kinda mid. Okay, Dimitri hit A in Authority, so he can use one of the sexy battalions. Is what I would say if any of them had a protection bonus worth a damn. Suggested level 16. Jeez. Alright, sure. This will be trivial. Chests already open. Yeah, they're level 19 and 21. I'm going to be getting no XP from this. Absolutely nothing. Actually, more like 2 to 3 per kill and like 1 per action. Because, yeah, maddening doesn't like it when you start to outlevel it. Why do you have a bow equipped? What do you want for long?
Stay focused.
Here we go.
You're going to hit B and reason.
Should I have held back?
XP may be nothing, but the skill XP is there. Wow, y'all really don't do anything. Actually, the 3 of you together would kill.
Let's get to it. I'll celebrate later.
I'll go.
Leave it to me.
Oh, you can't get far enough. Okay, just go here.
Ready.
Oh, there are trade secrets. Oh, one trade secret, singular.
That's my cue.
Well done.
don't want to get Dimitri in there. Because people will attack him and then just die. Dimitri does not need help.
Each battle a chance to grow.
What should I do?
The dude does.
I aim for greatness.
Here goes.
Over already?
Tink. Tink.
Another win.
He's fine.
Should I have held back?
There you go.
The glory of progress.
Nothing but a skill up. Yeah, do that. The more attacks it takes to kill someone, the more skill XP we get out of them. And that's all we're getting here. A miss is still a skill XP, so this is actually good.
Weak.
I did what I had to.
Stay vigilant.
Too easy.
Another one down.
That is a small amount of actual real XP.
Sorry.
Healing XP is good. Surely that's worth more XP.
Yeah.
I feel more...
Nothing! Only 28 at AS 15. Come here, ugly. Oh, you're also here.
I'll go.
You know, I need to check to see if I have any actually good rusted weapons. Because most of them are garbage, but occasionally there's one that actually forges to, like, good stuff. $16! 27!
Thank you.
Well, like what you see?
Always, darling.
Each battle a chance to grow.
I could go another few rounds.
Good for you.
Why am I even here?
Because renown, I guess?
Too slow.
That's cute.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Jesus!
As expected.
Great work.
Kill the man's dad and he turns into a crit machine! Holy crap!
Well done. That is that.
There's just that one. Yeah. here. You get this.
Can't afford to lose.
Easy clap. My curiosity is piqued.
Why, thank you so much.
I am grateful.
I have gratitude. Thanks so much.
Oops, all armors. That's a lot of armor knights. Joke's on them. I got a lot of oh, hi. Hi, bird. That's probably a really good rusted bow. Okay, you have 30 attack, and Dimitri has more than that in defense. So Dimitri's one job this entire map is to go kick the bird's ass.
Welcome.
So hey, about those, like, rusted things. Garbo. Garbo.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Garbo. I thought somewhere I had one rusted weapon that was like really, really good. It was so good I couldn't see what it was at the time. Eh.
Come back soon.
This one's a
I'll
few
cut
levels
through.
higher, so it needs a small amount of respect. Wow.
I'll go.
Felix just gives you. You're not running in. Again, respect the map. But you can pull that guy and just delete him.
Stay focused.
Leave it to me.
Never gets old seeing numbers that big.
You were outmatched.
What should I do?
Here goes. Ready. Here we go. That's my cue.
Thank you.
Let's get to it.
Where are you going? The dodge, jump, and cast in air is so
Should I
good.
help back?
Weak.
Oh, you don't kill because he has armored blow. Oh, you're gonna be that way, you ass. I want the bird to attack me and the armor to not.
You fought well.
Thank you.
That's a lot of damage for an archer on an armor.
That takes care of that.
At 14, 12 plus poison for 7. You can pull that.
So nice of you.
Y'all are going for the bird. Oh, it's my bird. You can't have it.
Not good enough.
See? It's my bird. Dimitri, why do you have a short spirit bed?
It's our chance to prevail.
And instant quad break. You know what? Screw it. Come here, armor.
Pure grit!
Jeez! Only 19. Yeah, I'm good with this.
Why am I even here?
Weak.
Can't remember the last time to do took damage. He just doesn't.
Thank goodness.
That is that.
Age is but a number.
That one, blast that one.
You underestimated me.
Hey, you want to crit again? That would be hilarious. Or you can just Brave Bow and kill it anyway.
I'd call that a win.
Bird down. Gonna have to see what that is.
Saw that coming.
Can you finish this guy? Yes!
I'll keep it simple.
Hitting all over the place today.
How do you like that?
All
I
completely
expect no
needlessly. But I've never complained about needless crits. That's a lie, I think I have once or twice.
Let's keep our guard up.
Oh, none of that's lethal. Take the shot anyway.
I aim for greatness.
Just stand here and be obnoxious. Bonk.
This is what I do.
Tunes.
I have improved.
Decent level. Really good level. Dance for you, because Felix needs some healing.
Sorry.
Was half expecting a crit there.
You fought well.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Such power.
Good level. Alright. Ooh, the fish. Wow! Wow! She came to play! Past this, it basically doesn't matter.
Got it. Oh. What?
This... I...
Professor.
Sure, kid. Alright, sure.
Oh, Professor. I didn't realize you were there. If we keep running into each other like this, people will start to talk. They'll say, Sylvain and the Professor are on the prowl.
No, they won't.
Ah, forget it. What do you need? Well, you're not wrong. I fell for that girl recently, but I just wanted to have some fun and leave it at that.
Another news,
So,
sky's still blue.
I told her we should break it off. I guess she was feeling a little more serious than I was. She started crying, and everything got a bit complicated. Come on, Professor. Playing around with girls is the most fun a guy can have.
Sir.
Besides, I don't care what you think of me. I don't intend to change how I live my life. I'm a good-for-nothing, if you haven't noticed.
That's also not true.
That's all anyone cares about.
Like, you're a really good guy when you're not chasing skirts. You just need to stop with the chasing skirts. You need to get a special someone.
It's best to avoid getting too serious with fools like that. It only leads to trouble. I'm gonna be forced into an arranged marriage with some random noble woman anyway. By the way, Professor, you didn't know you had a crest, did you? I see. I suppose a mercenary wouldn't be concerned with such things. Most children who are born to noble families are tested upon birth to see if they bear one. Even descendants of the 10 elites, like myself, can't be legitimate heirs without a crest. That means as children, we're only accepted if we're born with one. The heads of most noble houses keep having kids until they get one with a crest.
Wow, that's kind of fucked.
Those children then grow up to be heads of their houses, and the vicious cycle continues. Do you get it now? To all these commoner girls, I'm just a trophy. Or rather, a stud horse. See? I knew you'd get it. These girls don't love me. They love the potential rewards of loving me. If I marry a girl and she gives birth to a child with a crest, that kid might become the next head of House Gautier. But nowadays, with the bloodlines getting weaker, there are a lot of kids like my brother, born with no hope. For ages now, those of us with crests have been envied and desired, but never for who we are. I understand the value of my blood. Believe me, I hate how much I understand it. I know better than to dream of being free from this burden. I'm used to it by now.
Damn,
I used to think I didn't have the right to live freely. That's right. You know what? I'm a bit jealous. The whole time you were growing up, you never knew you had a crest. You were free. Nobody pretended to like you. I kind of hate you for that. You were a spoiled brat who should pay for that crest. Maybe I'll collect the debt.
Sir?
Gotcha! Wow.
Oh,
you should have seen the
God.
look on your face just then. Don't mind me, Professor. After all, ladies love a dark and brooding noble.
Hi, I'm not a ladies.
Happy now?
My efforts have borne fruit.
You've done me a great service.
Empire Youths. Meh.
Why are you out and about so late, Dimitri?
Hello, Flame. I could ask you the same thing.
Me? I was feeling restless and came here to think.
I see. I'm here for the same reason.
How funny. But are you feeling well? You look fairly pale.
It's nothing. I just have a bit of a headache.
Oh my. Headaches are quite troublesome, are they not? I am sure it will subside soon. Actually, I am quite talented when it comes to healing magic. If you will allow me, I will have you feeling better in no time.
That's kind of you, but I'm fine.
But why not? Have I offended you somehow?
This headache is something I've dealt with for a while now. Ever since my family and friends were murdered before my eyes. I must never forget that day. I must never allow their deaths to be forgotten. I feel this headache is a reminder of sorts. Of those I failed to protect.
There's the
And of their
PTSD.
murderers who still roam free.
I see. That would explain your somber demeanor. Still, I do not agree with all you are saying. I feel that if I were your father or any of your dear friends whom you lost, I would want you to let go of me eventually. I would never want someone whom I care deeply for to be pained by the loss of me for eternity. And I doubt they would want that either.
Perhaps. Unfortunately, they have left this world, so I can no longer ask their preference.
We cannot ask them directly, but we can imagine how they might have felt. You know who they were as people. As for me, if I am ever to be but a memory in your future, I want you to remember me in a way that brings you joy. I would want you to smile when you recalled me, to feel warmed by the notion that I cherished your company.
Aww.
I cannot imagine I am the only one who feels this way. Surely, anyone who loved another would wish only for their peace and happiness. I must apologize. I was out of line, clearly.
No, you weren't.
I must get some rest now. Please do not stay up too late yourself.
Good night, Flane. And thank you
Oh, this can't go well.
Spectacular work, Felix!
Why are you here? You're interrupting.
Oh,
Yep, that
my
tracks.
apologies. I simply thought you were doing a great job.
Just how sharp is that blade of yours, Felix?
Yes.
Do you imagine you might be able to cut something cleanly with it?
Yes.
Probably.
Ah, wonderful. I have a special request for you then.
No.
You want me to cut this firewood?
I do. I shall toss them one by one to you, and you shall make a sweeping blow to slice them.
Sounds like a chore.
I saw a knight do it once, so surely you can as well.
Now, is Felix the kind of guy to go challenge accepted, or is Felix the kind of guy to go away?
Or perhaps you are worried that you are not capable.
What? I am more than capable.
That sounds like the former.
Right. Show me what you are made of. Here it comes.
Doing them one by one is tedious. Just throw them all at once.
Oh my god!
All of them, if you insist. Here we go! Wow, you truly are spectacular.
I know.
You are
Oh my god,
undoubtedly
Felix!
the most revered woodcutter in all the land. Now I am intrigued. Next time, let us try an even larger woodpile.
Why did I agree to this?
Oh. Okay, that's gonna be a good one. Oh. We can try now. $30. Yo, let's go!
A new path to tread.
We take those. Okay, so what's probably gonna happen is I'm gonna explore this week and use all of this, but off stream because it does not make for good content. Because, yeah, that's why. Anyway, that is going to be it for the day. Thanks everyone for sticking around. Hope you have a good one.